Yes, indeed, Pumpkin Seed. My boy Mechagodzilla is back in Godzilla against Mechagodzilla because sequential numbering is just a concept that Toho just farted in the general direction of. After the success of GMK, is what I'm going to be calling it, Toho pressed on with reintroducing my personal favorite kaiju villain, Mechagodzilla. However, keeping to the theme of GMK, Godzilla is the villain and Mechagodzilla is the hero. This is my favorite of the Millennium series so far. I connected with this movie quite a bit. The fights were very good and especially brutal because Mechagodzilla and Godzilla are the Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens late of the monster movie universe. They're just destined to do this forever and destined to bring out the best in each other. This has the best story of the Millennium era by a lot. The main crux of it follows this lieutenant who is a part of the Godzilla Defense Force. She tries to stop not Godzilla himself, but a member of Godzilla's species, and she fails, and several of her colleagues die during the battle, and she is demoted. And so she has to work her way back up and try and find her way back into the good graces so that she can sit in the chair of Mechagodzilla yet again. I loved this story. It was eerily similar to Pacific Rim. I think that's the second time I've brought up Pacific Rim in this Road 2 series, but I don't care. It was the best story of the Millennium era by a lot. I was invested so much in this girl and I wanted to see her succeed. Mechagodzilla is just a badass in this movie. He's got this weapon in his chest called Absolute Zero, and I had to look it up. It turns out it's a weapon that turns anything into ice. It's not as crazy as the black hole gun, but it's still crazy nonetheless. Like seeing this thing in action, I'm just like, oh, you're going to need a little more than a parka for that one. Considering the whole storyline involving this pilot and Mechagodzilla, there was some reviews that I read that compared this to the anime Evangelion. I have never seen it, but I'm going to go the Pacific Rim route because I know that one for certain. But I don't know if it's a derivative or not, or if this started it. But regardless, this is the best overall story of the Millennium era by a bit. The fights are great. I'm going to give this one a great rating. It's not quite amazing, but it is my favorite of this series by a decent margin. I thought this was a blast, and it's only 88 minutes long, so it's a quick watch. But what did you think of Godzilla against Mechagodzilla? Comment below, let me know, and stay tuned for Saturday. We'll be closing out this week by taking a look at Godzilla Tokyo SOS.